A lot of the cases that we have involve powerful people taking advantage of vulnerable people. And without people in our field, they get away with it. Government tries to regulate behavior, but they're not as good at it as we are. Personal injury also gives you the ability to right wrongs, to bully the bullies, and to change things in society by the results of what you do. So there's nothing that gives me a greater satisfaction than to see a corporation taking advantage of a vulnerable person or a consumer or someone that does not really have the ability to protect themselves and righting that wrong.
These big corporations who commit corporate malfeasance, allow these people to be neglected and abused, they're putting profits over people, human greed over human need, and those things are not tolerable, and we don't let them get away with it.
I just really wanted some form of justice for my sister. I wanted something to happen because she was great. I was so grateful that Levin and Perconti took the case. The hospital made a mistake, and it can't be swept under the rug. It needs to be accounted for because these are people's lives. To have that happen with no regard, it's just upsetting. I'm sorry.
Having suffered a personal loss when I was 23, when my mother died due to the negligence of someone else, I know how that grief feels, to feel powerless and that you can't do anything about this tragic loss and want to in some way right the wrong and make sure that it doesn't happen to someone else.
I've always had the love of medicine, and I still do. And I use that in our practice today, since our firm does, substantial medical malpractice work. So it's very, very important that you learn each and every medical principle in the case and you understand it on the same level as the physician.
We're known for taking more difficult cases that can be legally complex, and we've gotten some terrific verdicts on cases we felt were going to be tough cases, but we were willing to fight for our clients.
There isn't enough good things that I can say that would reflect to what Margaret has done for me. We went in and told them what we wanted. They kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and finally it wound up to our favor. I'm not a big person on suing people, but in this case, I think it was justified.
Our firm, along with maybe two other lawyers in other states, invented the practice of nursing home law. So we take a lot of pride in how we started that area of the law and succeeded in it and really changed how people both treated nursing home residents and think about the value of their lives.
The unifying theme, if you're talking about a birth injury case or a developmentally disabled person that's abused or neglected in a group home, or an individual that's neglected or abused in a nursing home, all three of those scenarios, you're dealing with a really vulnerable patient population. And I think we as a firm feel an obligation to stand up for them.
One of the assets that women bring to birth injury teams is that we've been through it. So we can relate and we can understand, the process and what the women are going through. We've also raised our children to see some of the struggles that our clients are going through, both the moms and the children, and kind of compare and contrast. We're really able to draw out what some of the disabilities are and bring those to life for a jury in a way that I think would be difficult if you hadn't gone through the experience personally.
I'm very proud of the fact that we have so many women lawyers in our firm. I think they just bring a certain level of care and compassion to the practice. They develop relationships with women clients, sometimes better than men can do.
Levin Perconti is a firm that empowers women not only to be great litigators, but to be great leaders. Unfortunately, it is unusual in PI law, and I think that our strong female partnership shows that Levin Perconti is doing something different than other firms.
We have a lot of cases and clients, but for each of those clients that called us initially, they put their trust in us, and for them, that's their one case. And they have a story that they want someone to tell, and it's our job to tell it. I want our firm to be a national leader in high-stakes litigation, driven by passion, persistence, preparation, and ultimately the ability to persuade.